all the best minds in the world must come together and find out how do we save ourselves from this growing challenge to the civilized life.
We are very fortunate today to have some of the finest minds. Many of you have traveled across the globe to deliberate on these very, very complex issues. So I welcome you all to Jaipur.
We must put aside all double standards in the fight against terrorism and apply our domestic counterterrorism policies and laws to tackling the threat of terrorism at the regional and global levels.
The fact that there is a need of comprehensive strategies and greater international cooperation toward of future threats. Our counter-terrorism effort has to be more pointed, more focused.
Who want to apply for ISIS, how they should join, what are the precautions they need to follow to avoid being detected by law enforcement agencies on the social media. That is the kind of sophistication that we are dealing with.
To notice that the Middle Eastern funding stream and the South Asian terrorist financing are inextricably linked.
Give a holistic look to crime, money laundering, terror finance in its entirety, you're unlikely to combat it as a standalone problem.
The lifeblood of terrorism is terror. It is the armed strength and the will to use it for limitless violence for certain political goals.
That in fighting terrorism, you must always do the right things. That is important. But what is more important is you should avoid doing the wrong things.
The problem that the world faces is that while bad guys think global, good guys think national, sometimes still departmental. Encouraging a whole of the world approach in countering terrorism is one of the major goals of Indian diplomacy.
But when terrorist attacks takes place against Indians, then we are advised restraint, patience, diplomacy, and every virtue that is known to man. I asked why.
Focusing on understanding the threat, not just from a perspective of one country in the world, but to try and come up with a granular assessment that would blend together the perceptions from all of the countries in the world that are affected by terrorism.
But I will say, I'm also looking forward to the day when we don't have to meet about this problem.
Well, I thought if you leave a can of Pepsi and Coke open out in the sun, after 5 hours, you can't distinguish which one is Coke, which one is Pepsi. That's how different Taliban and ISIS are from each other.
long some countries continue using terrorists as instruments to promote their geopolitical agenda, the fight against terrorism will lack due resolve. A galaxy of counter-terrorism experts assembled here did extensive churning. I am sure your deliberations, thoughts, ideas, and prescriptions would enrich the governments, enforcement agencies, and the people in countering the evil of terrorism and making the world a much safer place.